Leaning down in the valley of despair, cry unto God, the one who cares and always there. When situations weigh you down and it seems you're all alone, Jesus, you're more than enough to see me through. Set me free, dear Lord, when I cry unto you. Set me free, dear Lord, deliver me, I plead. I'm praying to you to set me free. I'm crying to you to deliver me. Set me free, deliver me. Please answer me. Answer me. You are more than enough to set me free. Thank you, Jesus. You are more than enough to deliver me. When I groan in my complaint and my heart is sore with pain, Jesus, you're more than enough to see me through. Set me free, dear Lord, when I cry unto you. Set me free, dear Lord, deliver me, I plead. I'm praying to you to set me free. I'm crying to you to deliver me. Set me free, deliver me. Please answer me. Answer me. Set me free, dear Lord, when I cry unto you. Set me free, dear Lord, deliver me, I plead. I'm praying to you to set me free. I'm crying to you to deliver me. Set me free, deliver me. Please answer me. Answer me. Set me free, deliver me. Please answer me. Deliver me, oh Lord, it's a mighty long way. Straighten my feet, dear Lord, on the Christian pathway. Cover me under your blood and set me free. Mighty long way, oh Lord, it's a mighty long way. Oh yes, mighty long way, Lord.
time again when you're planning your birthday parties, your funeral, your wedding, your anniversary, your family gathering, family reunion, and looking for equipment to rent or even to buy. Look no further than Rick Sales and Rental. Rick specializes in bunks-about, merry-go-round, trampoline, trackless train, snow cone machine, popcorn machine, hot dog machine, tables, chair, tent, pots, pans, knife, fork, and spoon, and many more. Contact Rick today at 631-829-7443 for your discount. Tell him that you were sent there by Chat with the Jacksons. Rick will also encourage you to continue to practice social distancing when you find the best. Why continue to look? Rick is waiting for your call. Call now.
Good night. My name's Skylar, and today we'll be chatting with the Jacksons. Good night. My name is Kaden. We'll be chatting with the Jacksons.
Hello everyone, I am Minister Kisa Peart and I'm a part of the popular Facebook program called Chat with the Jackson. Catch them every Tuesday from 7 p.m. Jamaica time, 8 p.m. USA time. This program is hosted by Fitzroy and Susan Jackson. Alright, and they are on Facebook and on YouTube. They informed and they listen. So if you are a person who love to chat like me, Tanto, Fitzroy, and Susan, and a host of many other guests, then Chat with the Jackson is the place to be. Invite a friend to be a part of Chat with the Jackson every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Jamaica time, 8 p.m. USA time. I want to see you there. God bless you.
Hi, this is your Minister Jabez, and it's all about Chat with the Jackson, heard every Tuesday night on Facebook with Susan Jackson and Fitzroy Jackson. It's all about Chat with the Jackson. Listen to me. They discuss some very important topics. Relationship issues, social issues. Oh my God. You can't afford to miss it every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. on Facebook. Join Chat with the Jacksons. Listen to me. You will not be disappointed. Join us every Tuesday, 8 p.m. on Facebook.
I want to hear the angels singing. I want to be in the number. I want to hear the trumpet sound. I want to hear archangel voice. I want to hear when my name is called, I want to hear my name up there. I want to hear archangel voice. I want to hear archangel voice. I want to hear when my name is called. I want to hear my name up there. I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to see the angel marching. I want to be in the number. I want to hear. I want to hear that trumpet sound. I want to hear.
come receive salvation. And you say you're not ready yet. You say you're not ready yet. But listen, my friend, there's a great day coming. That trumpet shall sound, and too late shall be your call. Salvation is free, oh yes, it's free. Oh, it is free, free, for you and me. You don't need money to buy salvation, for it is free, free for you and me. Come here, my Father, come receive salvation, for it is free. Yes, it's free. No money is needed. Just take a step forward to eternal life and live eternally. Salvation is free. Oh yes, it's free. Free for you and me. You don't need money to buy salvation, for it is free for you and me. Mother, brother, sister, come receive salvation.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day we best, forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not to temptation, deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Send a shout out to the Jacksons family. And I'm telling you, better days coming. So just hold on. Yeah, man. Better days coming, no need to worry. Life too short, you need to glory. Jesus Christ, me give the glory for my testimony. Better days coming, no need to worry. Life too short, you need to glory. Jesus Christ, me give the glory. I'm a testimony. Tune into the Jackson every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. US time.
A pleasant good evening to everyone. Thank you for joining Chat with the Jacksons on another Tuesday evening. We just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our viewers, our loyal viewers, and if you're new to this platform, welcome. Tonight, as always, we will be bringing to you topics that, as we say each and every Tuesday night, are relatable to our everyday lives, whether it be us or whether it be our viewers. And tonight we're going to be focusing on a topic that's quite huge. It has a lot of components that, of course, we're not going to be able to cover it all in one night. We're possibly going to have a part 1, 2, 3, and who knows. And the topic tonight is forgiveness. It's very broad. We're not going to just focus on forgiveness in a marriage relationship. We're going to focus on forgiveness on a broad spectrum. So thank you again for joining us. Sit back and chat with the Jacksons.
Good night, God, beautiful children. On Tuesday, we gather and have a chat with the audience. So we say from time to time, we don't take it for granted. We know that you could have gone to other sites, you could have been doing other things with your time, but you decide to lend us a couple minutes, and we are eternally grateful for that. But before I move on, I must tell you, my beautiful wife, maybe for the 5th time for the day, you finally find your colors. Black and red.
Oh, because it matches my chair?
And it matched your expensive chair. I just want to know how many compliments you get today. Do I have to come to work with you now?
What have I sensing a little bit
or
of insecurity here?
or no, I don't think it's insecurity, or you're loving the compliment.
I always take the compliments in stride. I don't let it go to my head. I just
Okay,
take it as a compliment.
and everything just blend in, even the lipstick blend in. That's why when you asked me to kiss you this morning, I didn't want to mess up nothing, so I didn't want to take off the lipstick. But I must say, um, how wonderful you're looking today, as in last week, as in the week before, and the week before,
Well,
and the week
thank you.
before.
Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And I will not take anything away from you as well. You're looking rather handsome yourself.
Oh, thank you. I was waiting on that. That's why I put on a new shirt tonight.
Oh, God, Jackson.
I know you want me to be in the same shirt, but I said no. I'm going to change my shirt. I'm coming out brand new tonight. I want to say good night to, as we look on the screen, we see Sister Marlene Joseph. Good to have you with us tonight, my sister. We see Sister Ines Clark, the single lady from out of Point Hill. Good to have you, Sister Hilary Senior. Good to have you with us, Brother Rick Brown. Good to have you with us, Sister Corrine McLeish. Good to have you, Brother Audi. The man said the place no crowdy. Good to have you, Sister Donna and Sister Madge. Good to have you with us tonight. And before we jump into our topic, we want to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want you to go over and take a listen over there. While you're over there, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that's Chat with the Jacksons. We beg of you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And while you're at it, also, we want you to take a look at our radio app, and that would be Zeno.fm radio Chat with the Jacksons. You could take a listen over there also. Let us know how we are sounding over there. I take a listen earlier and it sounds good to me. We want to thank also our engineer, Mr. McKinnon, who is in studio with us tonight, but you know he like to be behind the scenes. So if I move my head to the right, then he's sitting right there, telling me when I do something wrong. But when I do something right, he don't compliment me. But that's okay. That's okay.
Really?
I think he's been with us now for a mighty long time, and we are so happy to have him in house, where he could do the fine tune for us. And we never ever want him to take it for granted how much we appreciate him for what he's doing for us. Not just him, but his entire family. They are great people, so now I see why he is great, because his mom is great and his wife is greater. So what they say, behind every good man there's a good woman.
An awesome, great woman.
All right, you don't have to go so far. That's why I can't even.
Even
I can't even give you too much inch. I just, you could just write Sister Hillary. She could
Well,
just say
it's true.
yes,
Facts is
awesome,
facts.
great, wonderful woman.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah.
Sister Valerie, good to have you with us tonight. And you might just jump on late and wonder, what are we talking about tonight? And we are talking about forgiveness. We are talking about forgiveness. And Sister Lydia McKinnon, right in time to hear me talking some great things about her son, which just this week, I finally realized that we look alike.
Just this week.
Just this week, I realized that our engineer is a handsome young man. But you see, I still have a problem with him, because him take all of the pretty hair,
Oh, gosh.
So because that, me nobody take none at all. Sister McKinnon, you have done a marvelous job with all your kids, and we lift our hat to you. I would say, my hair, but I don't have no hair, so I lift my hat to you. Now, we want you to sit back and be a part of it. You can call in, you can text in the chat room and just let us know how you feel about this topic, forgiveness. As my wife said, we're going to take our time and chew on it. We might be back here for another 2 weeks talking about forgiveness, because I think we lost sight of it. We don't even know what is forgiveness anymore. As soon as somebody, or even your partner, done something wrong, the next thing you're hearing about is divorce, or, pack your things and leave, because I'm not leaving. But we're going to talk about forgiveness today, and we're going to take our time with it. Good night, Sister Ratcliffe. Good night, Brother Dwayne Nugent. Good to have you with us tonight. So, my wife is going to jump in, and I will come in and give some definition of forgiveness and get the true meaning of forgiveness. Then we will get into the meat of the matter.
Okay, good night again to each and every one, and we thank you for joining us tonight. As my husband stated, we're going to be touching on a topic that it's a very touchy topic. Yes, it's a very broad topic, but nevertheless, it's a topic that I think each and every one of us, somewhere in our lives, there has been a situation that has warranted forgiveness. And how do we deal with forgiving someone? But before I get into forgiving, how do we forgive a person or persons, I just want to give a brief, just say something brief on forgiveness. It's quite lengthy, but I'm not going to go into the entirety of it. And it reads, forgiveness is the release of resentment or anger. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. One doesn't have to return to the same relationship or accept the same harmful behavior from an offender. Forgiveness is vitally important for the mental health of those who have been victimized. It propels people forward rather than keeping them emotionally engaged in an injustice or trauma. Forgiveness has been shown to elevate mood, enhance optimism, and guard against anger, stress, anxiety, and depression. So that's just a little read on forgiveness. And there are many components to forgiveness. How do you forgive someone? Whether it be a family member, whether it be a friend. How do we forgive a person that has wronged us? And how do we forgive ourselves? What are the benefits of forgiveness? And so on and so forth. That's why I stated that this topic is quite lengthy and requires much. So we're just going to focus on a part of it this week, and then God's willing, next week we'll take up the rest.
Okay. And my definition, because I've chatted with the Jacksons for a couple of days. We were going through this topic, and we want to find out exactly the definition of forgiveness. What is forgiveness? How do we forgive someone? Or who do we forgive? Or when should we forgive? Right? And I still come back up with the same answer. Even on my way this evening, there's somebody who called me and said, "Well, if this is that, then what about that?" And I say that forgiveness, for me, forgiveness is something that comes from your heart, not just your lips. Are you there? You agree with
I
me?
agree with that, but in a lot of instances, we say we forgive someone, but in actuality, it lingers, right?
O-
So it's lip service, so to speak. We don't actually forgive the person based on the situation. If it's a situation where, you're shocked at this particular person at what they did to you, then it's gonna take some time for you to genuinely forgive that
No,
person.
but let me throw on that because I don't agree with you. But let's welcome Sister Jennifer Campbell. Good to have you with us tonight. Let's welcome Sister Rosie B and Sister Cordell. Good to see you on tonight. You say Sister Rosie B. Let's welcome World Changer from Double Biggs Station. We want you to join World Changer every Sunday from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. I think I will be on World Changer Sunday, so I encourage you to download the Double Big Station app, and you will hear me over there on Sunday night. Welcome, brother World Changer. Good to have you. So we want the whole class of 2020 to be on this Sunday. That we know ourselves. The whole class from World Changer now is on Double Big's station. So we encourage you to be on Sunday night. Sister Carolyn, welcome. Good to have you with us tonight. Now, as you said, forgiveness, and there are times forgiveness lingers on, right? And let me pause to welcome our daughter, Kayla Kiana Jackson Coons. Oh, you didn't know I remember her middle name.
Why you had to say
That's her name.
Yeah,
That's,
but come on.
but that's her name.
This is a public platform. We
So,
have to be mindful of.
of her middle name? Okay, let's focus. Kayla, if I
Kayla.
offend you by saying your middle name, I'm sorry. Okay. I always hear this saying, I forgive but don't forget. Is a true statement, and we want to deal with that also tonight, Sister Rosie B. Because actually we was having a discussion about that today, and somebody tried to stump me, and they said, okay, my wife have done me something and I forgave her. I said it, but maybe she cheated on me. And when we are getting ready to make love, then I can't get in the mood. I can't get in the mood because I keep reflecting back on what she did or what he did. So did I truly forgive that person?
No.
Oh, and I would say, forgive, but hard to forget. I would say that you do forgive the person because we are human, and the humanistic side of us gonna come out, and we're gonna remember. I don't think forgiveness is saying that we don't remember it, but is that we can do without it. We put it in the sea of forgetfulness.
But okay. If you say, as you just said, you put it in the sea of forgetfulness, why would you, in that moment of intimacy with your spouse, you're remembering that particular instance?
Because you don't
If you
forget.
say that you forgave.
That's what I'm saying. Forgiveness and forget is two different things. I don't think the God is telling us that we should forget, but we should forgive. forgive mean that I put it behind me.
But if you put it behind you, but it's still in the back of your head. It still lingers.
Because the human
then
side, the human side of you gonna come out. It don't mean that I don't forgive you. It don't mean that I don't forgive you, but the human side still gonna click in sometime.
Well, but you're not gonna have a productive relationship moving forward, because every time you see your wife, or every time you're in that particular environment, so to speak.
Oh, environment, you call it.
Well, I couldn't find the word that I was looking for. In that moment, then, right? It's still there. Oh, she cheated on me. She cheated on me. So you're not gonna measure up to your full potential because of the fact that it is still there.
I don't think it's still there.
It is still
I
there.
don't think it's still.
It is still there.
I don't think it's
and
still.
and the audience could
Right.
give us your
Yes, I want
thoughts
to.
on that.
I want to hear from the audience. Brother Dwayne said, "Forgiveness remove any walls between you and God. Forgiveness is vertical as well as horizontal, right? He said as well as horizontal. Let us say it's the other way around. Unforgiveness towards a human being also block your fellowship with God." So that's what I'm saying, that we have to forgive your partner, regardless of who, because we're going to get into it tonight, or maybe we don't reach there tonight, but regardless of who, we have to forgive the person in order. Because sometimes, as Brother Dwayne say, forgiveness, as Brother Dwayne said, forgiveness, it's not sometimes for the person who offend you. It's more for you, because you have to let it go.
Yeah,
you
but-
have to release yourself, right? Because there's so much animosity, there's so much anger based on what the person have done you. So if you continue to hold on to it, you yourself will lose your soul.
Right, like he said, it blocks your fellowship with God.
Right.
But I think you're not being on one end. You're saying, I think you're saying two different things. We'll come back to that. I
Okay.
just want to what Miss Rosie B says. She said that if you put it aside, you should not remember. The mere fact you remember means you don't really forgive. And I agree with her.
And I would want to hear from especially some male. I don't see a lot of male, but that's not true. I mean, I could forgive my wife for cheating on me, right? But every time we're about to make love, it's from a man thing. The first thing you're going to tell yourself, I wonder if that man who she cheat with better than you. All those things gonna come. It don't mean that you don't forgive her, but something's gonna linger in, because we are human. We don't want to remember. You think men want to remember these things?
But that means that you have not totally forgiven her.
And
You
I
have
don't
not.
believe
Because
that.
if that's a trigger each and every time that you're in, that sexual position with your spouse, and you're remembering.
You're afraid to say sex. So why you have to?
Anyway.
Okay.
The fact that you're in your mind, you're thinking, is that other person that she was with better? You have not forgiven. And it's always going to be a hindrance in the relationship.
No, Sister Hillary is talking my language. Right? Sister Hillary say, one function of the brain is memory.
Well,
right?
We know that.
Right. Well, it is not easy to forget, but it is the reaction to the memory. It's just a reaction, Sometimes, something
it's
just.
a reaction, yes, but it's a reaction that you
don't get.
you play on.
No,
right?
you don't play. No, you don't play on it. when you
It's a
remember it,
reaction that you focus on then. You
no,
focus
you
on
don't
that
focus.
reaction.
You don't focus
Oh,
on it.
come on.
Sometimes it comes up to you, and you see that kind of frog come up, you just knock it down right away, because you don't want to remember that. It's not something that. It's just sometimes when you don't want to remember something, that's the thing that come to you. When you want to do good, the Bible says evil is present.
Well, in
And
that,
the
in that
devil-
case,
and the devil-
every time you're in that moment with your spouse, I guess it comes about in your memory.
Right. No.
Yes,
No.
Yes, it does.
Not all the time. Not all the time, but every now and then, as Sister Elvis say, there will always be trigger. Sister Nadra, good to have you tonight. She said there will always be trigger. It doesn't mean that you don't forget. That's what I'm saying. If I forgive you, it don't mean that I don't remember these things, right? But we have to say, what would Christ do? Now, when I look at forgiveness, the definition that I have for forgiveness is essential the act of pardon an offender. So when you offend me, right, I pardon you. What does that mean? That means that I put it behind me, right? It means that I let go. I let go of what you have done to me, but I still remember.
Okay, so let's say you have a family member or a friend that did something so, cutting to you that you're so shocked at the fact that this person actually did this act, right? And it's something that made you have sleepless nights. You find yourself going into depression based on this particular incident rather. How do you go about, forgiving that person? Or can you forgive that person and then have a relationship or even consider a relationship with that person? Or do you even forgive that person and sever your ties with that person?
Okay. I see Kayla said, sorry, Daddy, I'm not sure.
Oh, because Cammy was calling.
Okay, not a problem. Cammy can always call me. Welcome, Brother Howard Harris. Sister Angela Gordon, good to have you. And Mr. Carter, good to have you on the platform, my brother. I'm glad that you joined me early so you could take some of the pressure off me, even though I know you pressure me sometimes. It's not wise to forget people who do you bad things, right? I don't know. I don't agree with you, Mr. Carter.
I tend to agree with you to a point on that.
No. I'm
Because
saying
you
that,
have to be cautious, not because you
no, but I
forgive
agree
the
to
person.
that point. I agree with that point. But he said that who have done you bad things. So it's like, you know what? We are going to put a check mark. Is that what you say, Mr. Carter? Say you thief my goat, right? And you come back up on my area. And I have 2 ram goat. I'm going to move them to the back of the house. So let me ask you this question then, honey. I want you to pay attention to what Brother Dwayne say. But I come to your house and you have your last $20 put down there and I stole it. Right? But then you asked me about it and I asked you to forgive me and you forgive me and take me back in good fellowship and everything. But then I come back to your house and you have another $20 hanging out. What you going to do with that $20?
Let me be very transparent. My guards are going to be up pertaining to you because in my head, I'm going to be already thinking that, okay, you're going to be taking that $20 again.
But did you forgive me? Did you forgive me? If I stole your money,
Firstly, if you came to my house and you see something there, knowing very well it's not yours, and you
right,
just took it,
right,
right?
Uh-huh.
You didn't say anything to me until after I missed it.
right.
And then the fact that I missed it, and now I'm asking you, or I asked you, maybe after you left or whatever, did you take up that $20? And then you told me, yes, you took it up. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, if you needed it that bad, why didn't you ask me? Why did you steal it? So with that, my guard is already up. So the next time you come to my house, I'm going to be ever so cautious.
No, but then if that mean you don't fully understand forgiveness then, because if you forgive me, if you forgive me, right, you forgave me for stealing the $20, and I come back to your house and the first thing you run go take up the $20, how you gonna know if there's any change to me then? How you gonna know if I'm a changed person?
Well, I don't know if you're a changed person, but at the same time, I'm gonna be cautious.
But you're still gonna be judging
My guards
me.
are gonna be up because I know that you stole it the first time.
So you're still.
So I don't know if in my head, I'm thinking you're gonna do it again.
But that's the question. Did you forgive me?
Well, to be honest, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
If I did.
All right.
But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have my guards up pertaining to you.
No, but what if, because we're going to get to this point, what if God did have his guard up on us? You understand? What if God did have...
The Bible said thou shalt not steal. And you stole my $20.
Right. But we stole from God every minute of the day. We stole from God every minute of the day.
The humanistic side of us. And
so now
we are human. And
now the humanistic side is coming in.
So are you going to tell me
Uh-huh.
somebody comes to your house and you have money there and that person stole it and didn't say anything to you until after you missed it, and you approach the person and they now admit that they stole it? Are you telling me that when that person comes to your house a second time and you have money sitting there, something is not going to go off in your head that, I wonder if he's going to take it. I wonder if she's going to take it. Are you telling me you're just going to sit there and say, well, let's have a conversation.
Well,
would you like a glass of water? Would you like a glass of juice?
Yeah, that's forgiveness. That's forgiveness. No, let me tell you something. If that person take the money again, then it's more than forgiveness. That person need help. That person need help because that person asked me, said, Brother Jackson, I stole that 20. Forgive me. And I forgave him. Right. Mm-hmm. And then he come back and he stole that 20 again.
You're not coming back to my
that
house.
Person,
ever.
But where's the forgiveness?
Ever.
We are going to get to it that Jesus tells us how much time we should forgive our brothers and sisters in one day.
I understand that fully.
So if we understand it fully,
you're going to tell me I am going to be at a loss each and every time that person enters my house. I have to be on pins and needles because I know that you're prone to stealing.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if this person continue with the same behavior, we need to help this person.
What if
we need to get this person help?
What if that person don't need help?
Who don't need help?
Well, okay, so let's say you decided to seek help for that person.
Right.
That person went through whatever counseling and blah blah blah, and stated, I will never do it again. But the minute that person enters your house, they did it again.
Well, all right.
So are you telling me you're going to be so naive to say, well, okay, he went through a period of counseling and he bawled his eyes out and he confessed, blah, blah, blah. And then, okay, you now let your guards down and that person enters your home again and did the same thing. Are you telling me that you're going to say, oh, my God, I'm gonna forgive him again because he did it again. Come on.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
okay.
so how would you address it?
Okay.
If the person went and got
counseling
and all of that, and
Right.
the person told you that,
There
I
come-
will never do it again,
and the person still do it again after counseling,
Mm-hmm.
well, I have to help that person another way, but
How?
maybe not from my house. If I know every time the person, no, there comes a time.
So
no,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me you're not gonna help that person from your house. That means in your head you still believe that person is prone to stealing.
but
in your house.
it's not in my head. The person proved that he's prone for stealing.
Okay,
it's
so
not
why
in my
not
head.
why not help the person in your house then?
Because I'm saying that we proved that already. He came there once, he stole. He came back twice, he stole. He came the third time, he stole. We took him to counseling and he come back, he stole. We go out again and he come back. So we have to find different ways of doing things.
No. At that point, you have to make a judgment call.
And yes,
right?
that's
You
what I
have to
said. We
make
have to
a
find
judgment
other
call.
ways of
No.
helping the person.
My judgment call would be you stay at east and I stay at west, because
okay.
we're not going to be
All
having
right.
this conflict each and every time you're in my circle, my presence, that I have to be worrying about you're stealing from me.
Okay. And I agree. But then what if that person needs your help? What if that person needs food?
We try to help that
I
person,
know.
but that person
So you're gonna cut off the
still-
person. You see, you're gonna cut off the person after 4 or 5 times. That person is a
oh,
goner.
come on. I'm going to be, for lack of a better word, let me just put the word out there, stupid enough to constantly say, well, he did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and I'm going to be going through all of these changes with this person. Come on, where do you draw the line?
I'm not saying that you're not supposed to draw a line, but what I'm saying that you cannot erase the person totally. Maybe you have to take that food to the person now. Instead of the person coming to your house, you have to find some way of getting that food to him or getting that $20 to him and so forth. But the
Oh,
person
no, I'm not
asked
giving
you,
that person no money. No, I'm not giving that person no money.
so
no.
it come back on you.
How so?
It's back on you because
How
you
so?
didn't forgive that person. You didn't forgive the person fully. Now you're just fighting me about a while ago about remembering stuff, but you didn't even fully grasp the forgiveness.
But that person, I never said I forgave the person in this instance. You mentioned this person stealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. This person is a thief, plain and simple, right? If you come to my house on 4 different occasions and you steal from my house, then I'm supposed to just, say, oh, you're such a whatever person. I know that you have an issue with stealing. Oh, I forgive you, and just move on, as if it's business as usual.
That's not
No.
that's not what I'm saying. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back and pick up. We're gonna pick up from Brother Dwayne.
Okay, so Brother Dwayne says, it's okay. Sure, forgive and forget are 2 entirely different things. If you burn your hand on the stove, you can forgive the stove and continue your relationship with it. But you are not likely to ever forget being burnt. So you'll be more careful when dealing with it, won't you? Stove and burnt can be replaced with any person, place, or thing as appropriate to your situation.
Okay, do you agree?
I agree with the fact that he said, yes, you get burned. Of course, you're going to remember that situation. In the same instance, if that person stole from me that first time, when the person comes back to my house, it's going to, be blaring me in the face.
So you will remember.
Of course I will remember. I'm not going to forget.
So it's okay then for you to remember that stove burn you, right? But when your wife go out and give you a bun,
and when my husband goes and give me bun.
and your husband go out and give you a bun, you want him to forget that. Come on, it's nice and good and everything is good as usual. So you want him to forget. You want him to forget about the bun where you give him.
But you want me to forget.
But you don't
about
want
the
to
bun
forget.
we gave
You don't want to forget about the bun where the stove burn you.
But But you see how it's always and as you mentioned, that's not going to be the focus, yes, but it's always there's a sense of hypocrisy when it comes to forgiveness and cheating, right? It's always viewed where the woman, in most instances, are the ones that's supposed to be the forgiver, right? But when the shoe is on the other foot and it's the wife that does the cheating, that spouse, it will pull teeth for him to forgive. While the woman, she'll forgive and move on, everything is hunky-dory, we're a family again and so on and so forth. Why the double standard?
I don't know if it's a double standard.
It is a double standard.
I don't know if it's a double standard. And I said it on this platform before, if I cheat and my wife chooses to forgive me, right, I would be happy. But if my wife cheat and me find out,
you're not going to forgive her.
Me don't know.
You see, double standard.
I don't think it's double standard. That's just me.
Double standard.
Maybe we ask Mr. McKenna and he might say something else.
It's a double standard.
He might say we take back his wife.
Double standard.
Right?
It's a double standard.
But I don't know if it's a double standard.
It is.
I want to hear from the men. No man are gonna know say a next man defile in bed and ever forget that. Can I get an amen, Mr. Tonto?
No. Don't drag Tonto.
Can I get an amen?
Stick to what your beliefs are.
All right. The engineer, give you a thumbs up.
Yes, let's hear from
the engineer, give us a thumbs up. And I know it exactly.
I'm gonna put both of y'all out today.
Right? I better get No,
but on a serious note, if a situation like that arises, right, and you say you value me as my spouse, right? And somewhere along the line,
you go cheat.
That happens, right?
So value. Listen to that. Value and that happen.
But it's the same thing if the husband does it. What's the difference?
But what I'm saying that you said
you would hope my wife forgives me.
And if she don't, then I still respect her. If she don't, then I still respect her.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me you value me, but you go out and cheat on me, and you're gonna say, "Oh, just forgive it and move on." That's one of the things that I say. But we have to understand what is forgiveness. You see, forgiveness, right, is that it is that God. It's between, as I said before, it's between us and God and the person who asks for forgiveness, right? So most of it, if it have nothing to do with God, then maybe we would not forgive some people.
Okay, since you put God in the mix, right? You are supposed to, if a situation like that presents itself, right? And you're a person that God is the center of your life, and you believe in forgiveness, and you believe in the Bible, and you call yourself a Christian. Why would it be so difficult for you that if your wife cheated on you, why would you find it so difficult to forgive her?
Because even the Bible spoke about that. And the Bible give you a pass on that. The Bible tells you the one reason that you can put away your wife for if she go give away your cookie.
So it's the same thing applies to the husband too.
Yes.
But why didn't you say, well, my wife, what you should have said, right? When you originally made that statement is my wife should put me away versus if my wife chooses to forgive me.
No, but that's not what the Bible said. The Bible said if you choose to stay with a person, if you choose to stay, that's up to you.
You're talking from two sides of your mouth.
It's not me. That's what the Bible said. That's what the Bible said. If you choose to stay with the person, if the person...
But in your eye, you're not looking at if the Bible said, you choose to. In your eye, your wife cheated on you, and immediately you're like, that's it, I'm packing it in.
No, not just cheated. Not that going out and, having dinner with a guy and so forth. That's not what I'm talking about.
I know that's not what
Right.
you're talking about. But yes, why not view it like that? If you say, right, this is what the Bible says.
Right.
Right?
But it also said that if you want to stay, if you choose to stay.
Jackson, don't go around in a million circles.
Okay,
on
ask
this.
the question. Ask the question.
You are not viewing it the same way as if a woman viewed it, right?
Because
in your eyes, if I cheated on you, immediately you're done with me. However, if you cheated on me, you would hope and you would want me to forgive you. But you as the person that got cheated on, immediately you're done. And you're not looking at it
Because-
from a biblical point of view.
Of course,
You're
I'm looking
not.
from a biblical
No, you're
point of
not.
view.
No, you're not.
It's Mr. McKenna and maybe can deal with that. Me can't deal with that for no say. And next man. And next man. And next, every time. So sometimes me think I do my best. And as me done, me I feel say, I wonder if a man will do better than me. Because why would you even go cheat on me? It must be a reason,
But then it's the same thing I'm saying. Why would
Right.
you cheat on me? There has to be a reason too.
Because if that means me or tell me say me not perform good. You want a 1 day pass? Where's something name?
All pass.
All pass. Is it all pass you ask for? No, me not know that. And that's why it's not good to cheat, because then you won't have to worry about all of that. Who is better here and who touch you there or whatever. That's that's best for us not to cheat.
Right.
Leave
so
it out of it.
therefore, forgiveness would be not in play in that.
Right.
In that
Let's
instance.
welcome Brother Danville Owell from the Jam American Gospel Show. Good to have you with us, Brother Danville Owell, and we encourage you to join Brother Danville every Thursday and Sunday on the Jam American Gospel Show with Brother Danville Owell. We will have our artists on Brother Danville's show. That's Sister Danielle Simmet Tyndale. She will be on the Jam American Gospel Show on September 7th. We encourage you to join us over there on the Jamaican Jam American Gospel Show with Brother Danville Owell.
So just to go back on the fact that, someone came to your house and stole from you, just going through most of the comments pertaining to this, I would say 95% of the viewers agreed with the fact that this person would not be coming back to their homes.
No, I won't say 95.
Because of the fact that I gave you stole from me, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, you're not coming back to my house to violate my home anymore. Because at this point, even if there was some type of reconciliation, that went out the window because you continue doing it. Right. So, yeah, I'll call you on the phone or you'll call me on the phone. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you had a good day. Hope all is well. Goodbye. And that's it. But you're not setting foot back in my house.
Okay. Sister Angela Garden said, I will forgive you, but I will always remember what you did. Sister Hillary said, Sister Jackson, me not giving a second chance to rob me.
Exactly.
Me very careful now. Sister Jennifer Campbell said, I will put down. Sister Jennifer is just a sister after my own heart. She said, I will put down another $20 to try you this time again. Right? Let's welcome
So okay,
Prophetess.
with that, before you bid, with that, it's like you're setting a bait for that person because in your head
It's
you're
not
still
a
thinking.
bait.
Yes, it is.
It's not a bait.
Come
She
on
said
now.
She's not gonna put it down now. We said the $20 is already down. If you're gonna take it up, when you hear the knock on the door and they say, who is it? And you say, Oral McKinnon. Would you take
Where's
it
that
up?
$20? I'm putting it right there because that's gonna be that bait to say, well, let me see if he's gonna take it again.
Oral says, don't stop calling me.
You mentioned his name. I didn't.
Okay, what did Mr. Carter? Let's welcome Evangelist Kamika Williams. And we encourage you to join Sister Kamika every Tuesday. I think she's on from 7 to 8, but join Sister Kamika for the word every Tuesday. Join Sister Kamika and Brother Kelly every Friday at 7:30 for music, word, and worship. All right. What did Mr. Carter say? I will forgive you. You there? I will forgive you to the max, but you won't get the chance to get back in my space. Where is the forgiveness then? I don't
To
understand.
do me bad again.
How
Would
you
you
know?
say I forgive such a person?
No. No. You didn't forgive the person.
Of course you forgave the person, but you're gonna be wise in your thought process moving forward.
You're gonna be wise, yes. But then all right. Look at it
So
now.
you're gonna
All right. Tell me how Sister Hillary forgive this person now. Sister Hillary say now, I forgive the person, but I won't set any bait. What is a bait? It's not a bait. Your church brother coming back over. And if you have to go say, oh, may I have $5 runner, so gone. Susie, pick up the $15 runner, so gone. Pick up the $3 runner, so gone. That's not
But
that's not how you deal with
you're
it.
violating my home. Why should I constantly?
That's not constantly.
No. Listen to me. Just hear me out. Why should I constantly, be on pins and needles every time this person comes to my home? Why? This is my home. I'm supposed to be happy and content in my home. I'm not supposed to be, worrying about, oh my God, so and so is gonna be here, and whatever,
All right.
monies I
Okay.
have, it's gonna be gone.
See,
So I have to give you a pat down every time you leave
no,
my house.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. And I agree.
No, I'm saying
All right.
I'm saying that
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to give this person a pat down
Watch-
each time they leave my house.
watch I'm gonna
or better
su-
yet, they're not coming to my house.
What I'm gonna surprise you know. I agree with Sister Rosie B. Sister Rosie B. That's not true. If he or she steal the second, third time, they are in caps. They are a thief
Right.
and not coming in my house. Sorry.
Exactly.
Right. And
That's
I
what I'm
agree.
saying.
But I'm saying that if that same person passed and said, come to your gate and beg you something, you should give that person. You shouldn't say you're not
we're
coming.
not talking about if the person comes to the gates and beg you something. We're talking about if the person comes in your home and violates your home.
No, I'm finished
That's
with
what
that.
I'm
No,
talking
but I
about.
did say if the
But
person
that's what
comes
we're
3
talking
times.
about. That's
no,
what we're talking about.
Yes, but don't fix me. I'm saying that if the person comes 3 times and steal from you, then you take that person to counseling and everything, and the person still come back and steal. I'm saying that the person shouldn't come back in your house, but you still have to find some way if that person need your help to help that person. You're not gonna say, "Oh, me done with you because you thief me 3 times
That
already."
person is
You're
a
not
thief.
thief me
That
4.
person is a plain
And you
old
have
thief.
to help the thief.
And what if the thief cannot be helped? Then
Well,
what?
then when you
Then
do
what?
when you do all that you can, a thief can always take another 20 if you give it to him.
Okay, let's move along in terms of
Okay,
forgiveness.
Let's read a couple comments before. Brother Dwayne says, "You can forgive the person, but not let the person back in your house," and that's exactly what I'm saying. I forgive the person, but after a while, of course, that's what I just said that.
I said that person is not coming back to the house. You're saying that, oh, let the person, you're going to take the person to get help or whatever, and the person is going to still keep stealing. So I'm supposed to be getting a headache each and every time, because of this person's behavior? Is that what
Um,
you're saying?
no, that's not what I'm saying. Mr. Carter said, um, something, something that person does, they shouldn't be forgiven, and I don't agree. What's your take on that?
Of
That
course,
the
there
person
are some things that people do
that you don't
that.
forgive them?
Okay, let's put it this way. Let me speak from my personal views, right?
Uh-huh.
There are situations that may have occurred in your life with a particular person. And, in that moment or in that month, in that 2 months or whatever, you just are not at that point yet to forgive that person. And I think that happens to all of us.
The Bible
So
says,
wait. Let me finish.
before I talk the
No,
Bible,
no. Let me finish. And as human beings, as Christians, and if we sit and fool ourselves and say, well, X did this to me, so okay, I'm gonna forgive you in a minute or whatever, then we're lying to ourselves. There is nobody on this earth that somebody has done something to you, whether you're a Christian or not. And whatever that thing was that person did, you're in that moment, you're gonna say, okay, I forgive you, and move on, and it's it's business as usual. Let me see
Let-
who that person would be.
and maybe that person will be me. Forgiveness. Hold on. Forgiveness. It says here, right? Forgiveness.
some water.
Forgiveness is not saying. Forgiveness. It's not saying that it never hurt what the person have done to you. Forgiveness is not saying that it doesn't matter what the person have done to you. Forgiveness does not mean that listen, I'm just gonna give the person a pass and we move on. Right? Forgiveness, when it comes to forgiveness, we are not gonna hold a grudge. Right? And we have to forgive the person if the person asks for forgiveness. I'm not saying that we're gonna forget about it.
Okay, so
But we
you're
cannot say,
presenting-
the Bible says that we have to forgive our brothers and sisters 490 times in one day, and tomorrow we start a different
Okay,
count.
it's easier
So-
said than done.
But that's the
And
Bible.
again, I understand that, but we are
Okay.
human, right? And things
Oh, so
happen.
there are times that we are human. When I say that we remember things because the humanistic side of us remember things.
That's only
You said-
natural. It's
right.
only natural.
Okay.
Are you telling me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Somebody did something to you so detrimental, so drastic. And you're going to say to yourself, okay, so the Bible says I should forgive that person 490 times. So, okay, you call up the person, just say, oh, this situation cut me to the core. This situation has caused me sleepless nights. This situation has done so much to me emotionally, mentally, and whatever. But nevertheless, the Bible says, forgive you 490 times. So therefore, I have forgiven you, and we have moved on, and it's business as usual.
Nobody's gonna say, like I just said to you, it's gonna hurt. And nobody says business as usual. But as I said again, and I said earlier, forgiveness is not just something from your lips. And forgiveness is not just saying that, listen, I'm sorry. And me just tell you, I'm sorry, we're still talking about it. It's just the other day, three of us, right, was in a conversation. And when I get ready to drop the bomb, my friend said to me, Mr. Jackson, I'm sorry. No, I couldn't come out with the bomb there.
Well,
Right?
that person
Because-
probably is testing you in that
So-
moment.
so
that
I'm saying-
person said that because there were other people around. But,
Right. But the person
fact
says-
that if other people weren't around, that person would not even said that.
No. Well, yes, maybe you're right. But the person says, when I tell the person, I have the evidence, right? And we are going to play the evidence. And I call another person and I said, we're going to do this now. And before I press play, the person said, Mr. Jackson, I'm sorry. Now, I can't play that again. Whether the person playing with me and whatever, the person says sorry. But some forgiveness is not just by saying you're sorry. No, you go and cheat on me.
Oh, we back to that?
And, all right, I go and cheat on you. I can't just come in and when I say, let's sit and talk about it. I say, I'm sorry.
So
And then I
talk
expect
about
you
what?
to shut up. And I expect you to shut up. We have to have a conversation. So forgiveness is having a conversation.
We're not having no conversation
Sister
on that.
Hillary
That's for
said,
sure.
Sister Hillary said, forgetting events can also be a problem. We should instead use negative experience for growth and maturity, both spiritual and emotional. Okay, we're gonna take a 2 minute break, and then we're gonna come back and pick up where Sister Jennifer Campbell, stay with us while we
Stay with us.
Amen.
Is this the life you've planned for me? Is this the way you want me to be? Baba, you have shown me who I will be. But is this the path? Is this the path? Oh. Shown your love when you died for me. You've given your life so I could be free. Oh, Imela Abba Jesus, Lord, I don't deserve you. Yes. Jesus, I'm before your throne.
Yes. So, welcome back. Welcome back. And for those who are just joining us tonight, our topic is forgiveness. And as I stated before, this is an extremely broad topic. So, we're just going to be touching on the tip of the iceberg tonight, and we'll continue next week. So let's pick up where we left off, and we were, just reading a few of the comments from our viewers. And Sister Jennifer says, yes, the person is really a thief, coming to my house several times and doing the same thing over and over. Can't trust that person to come back to my house. Yeah, and I agree. You know, if you came to my house the first time and you violated my home actually by stealing from me and didn't say anything to me until I asked you, the second time you came to my home again you did the same thing, then pretty much I'm not going to give you that opportunity to keep coming to my home to violate my home and to violate me.
Okay, Sister Phyllis Campbell Bailey says that I am not going to forgive you, and you don't have to forgive me. I think Sister Campbell is talking about with the cheating part, not with the $20. I know she's gonna forgive you with the $20. I don't think she's talking.
You need to come off of that because I know where you stand with that already. So, and like I said before, pertaining to that is a double standard. So let's address a different point in terms of a situation and whether it warrants forgiveness or not and why. Because left up to you, just focus on that solely.
Let's welcome Brother Martin. I'll just pass over that like I didn't hear. Let's welcome Brother Martin All and Sister Shelley Thunder. Good to have you with us tonight. Okay. All right. So We are Mrs. Jackson. Accept the narrative, please. Okay, Sister Cardell said, if your husband or wife go out and get a child and get a child, would you forgive him or her and continue with the relationship?
I could tell you right now for me, it's over.
But then, Sister Cordell, my answer is that's a personal decision.
How?
Um,
Explain, elaborate.
I can elaborate. That decision, right, Mr. McKinnon, would have to.
Don't drag him. You speak for yourself. Let him.
I'm gonna
speak for
talk
him.
for. I'm gonna talk
Let
for
him
myself.
Yeah, speak for
I'm
yourself.
gonna talk for myself, right? If Sister Cordell come to me and said, "Listen, my husband go out and get somebody pregnant, what should I do?" That's her decision. That's what I'm saying. It's a personal decision. I can't tell her to leave.
Okay, so let's be transparent. If I went out and got pregnant,
You know, if you get pregnant,
wait, no, we're talking about pregnancy here.
but you know, if you get
But that's
pregnant,
what she, Jay.
that's what I'm saying. Have to reach. You know, have to reach. So
Let's keep in the context
Wait,
of what
so
she
you say
said.
you say we have to take a
You're
break
not
again.
listening
You say we
to
have to take a
me.
break again.
No,
because
no,
you
no,
know
no,
if you get pregnant, for you go away and give out the cookie from somebody dipping at the cookie jar.
Listen to me. Pregnancy is on a whole nother level. Staying in context with what she just said.
Right.
I am now asking you.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
If I went out and got
Uh-huh.
pregnant,
For me,
Jesus Christ.
no, lick me down with it. No, I want to get it good before I answer.
If I went out and got pregnant, if somebody else impregnated me, would you forgive me?
No, man. Then if somebody impregnates you, then that you belong to that person. Then,
Isn't that what I've been saying all night long?
No, but that's what I'm saying all night.
But the flip side of that.
What flip side?
Listen, if you went out and got someone pregnant, you now would be expecting me to forgive you, right?
No, I did not say that. I said if you forgive me, I'll be happy. But if you say no, I still love you. That's what I say. Don't put words in my mouth.
No. Don't even use that word love.
Yeah, but
because love has
but you-
no.
but-
No.
But how you
love
gonna use
has
love?
no factor in that
But
situation.
how you gonna use love and you come in with belly? Eh?
But
Oh,
you
you
see-
gonna use love? You come in with
We
belly.
both. We're
You're going
talking-
to the King's Plaza. You come in with
okay,
belly.
keep your blood pressure down.
No, sir.
You see how agitated you get when it comes to the woman going out there and getting, and cheating. It's so much harder for a man to accept that versus you're expecting us as the women to forgive and forget. No, double standard.
You keep
but
saying
again,
but let's move on because you
Thank
keep saying
you.
forgive
Thank
and
you.
forget.
I'm
saying that
for tonight, I'm agreeing
I'm
with you.
saying that
Let's move
forgiveness.
on.
I'm saying that forgiveness does not mean that I'm enabling the person to go back and do it again. Right? I'm not condoning the behavior. But if we have to move on with our relationship, if we have to continue the relationship, we have to meet halfway, right? And I'm not talking about cheating now, because forgiveness is not just about cheating. But there are some things that we break up relationship over, and we could easily well forgive it and move on if we value our relationship.
Yes, I'm not
Right or
saying
wrong?
there are some things, yes, that happens in relationship that you could forgive and move on, and you have a productive.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that it don't hurt. I'm not saying that.
Depending on what the situation is, but then there are instances, there are situations that do happen in relationships, whether it be a wife and husband relationship, whether it be sibling relationship, whatever the relationship is, there are situation that occurs that not in that moment, you cannot find it in yourself to forgive that person. It has to take a long period of time for me to process that situation before I could say to you, I forgive you.
No, no, because you know what? Your soul is important.
I am
Hear me
fully
out.
aware
Hear
of
me
that.
out.
I'm fully aware of that.
Hear me
But
out. If you're aware of it, you have to forgive the person.
immediately?
Yeah, forgiveness is an immediate thing. But hold on. But then we have a process that we have to work on. You know, it's not just as I said before, I'm gonna say that I forgive you and that's it. Maybe we need counseling. Maybe we need a lot of talking
But that's what
after
I'm
that.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
It's going to
you
take
no, not for the forgiveness. In that, that's what I'm saying. No. We have to forgive the person, get back in a relationship with God, and then work on it also.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody kills your child, right?
It's strange because Mr. Carter. All right, let me finish it.
No. Let me just say somebody, your child is on their way to school, or let's say driving, and let's use driving, and a situation such as road rage occurs. Someone pulls out a gun and shoots one of our kids, right? Just because you're agitated, you know, you want to get past me or whatever the case may be, in that moment, you decide to take matters into your hands and pull out a gun and kill my child, right? Are you telling me that when you do see that person, now your child is gone forever, right? You get a phone call that one of our kids have passed away, and this is how it transpired. Are you telling me that you're going to forgive that person in that moment, knowing that your child that you love so much is now gone forever? In that moment, are you going to tell me that, you know, you are going to forgive that person in that moment?
I'm gonna answer it. I wanted to focus on what brother doing say here. I'm gonna answer it, and I'm gonna give the same answer I gave to Mr. Carter today. Right? 'Cause he asked the same question.
Interesting.
Very interesting, and I'm gonna give the same answer. And this is a real story. This lady have one son.
We're not talking about. We're
Oh my
not talking about no lady and whatever.
I'm
We're
gonna answer my
talking
way.
about-
Give me a chance.
No. Come back to that story in a minute. Come back to that you know, that particular story in a minute.
Right.
What I'm
It
asking.
never happened to me. It happened to the lady, so
we're
I can
not
talk.
talking about the lady. I'm asking you specifically if you got a phone call this minute saying that your child was killed in a road rage situation. Would you forgive that person that killed your child immediately? That's what I'm asking you.
If I can't tell when I'm gonna forgive the person, but I know I have to forgive the person. If the person asks me for forgiveness immediately, I'm not in the situation, so I can't tell.
I'm saying you're in the situation.
But I'm not
You're
in
in
it.
the situation. Yeah,
You
you're
can't
in the
put-
situation
you can't
because
put
your
me in
child,
it. You
your
can't-
child just died. So the situation.
That's a hypothetical. That's a hypothetical
Oh God,
question. You can't ask me a question. I'm unanswered by somebody who it happened to.
We're not talking about somebody that it happened to. I'm
Okay.
talking about put yourself in the scene.
Okay, right?
Put yourself in the scene.
Uh-huh.
One of our kids,
Right.
God forbid,
Right.
got killed driving because of someone that cannot wait behind them or just want to pass them. So it's a case of road rage. That person decides they're going to take matters into their hands, pull out a gun and shoot and kill your child.
And the person asked me for forgiveness.
No. Let's say the person never asked you for forgiveness.
The person don't. How would I forgive you if you don't ask me for forgiveness?
Not every situation a person asks for forgiveness. There's so many instances where you see a situation happens, they're in court
but for
and whatever.
for me to forgive you, you have to identify that you have done something wrong.
What if the person never identified that they did something wrong? And there's so
So
many
how would I forgive the person? You know, it would be. I would have to let go. I would have to let go of the hunger in my heart for me, right? And if that person come to me and said, "Listen, I did something wrong to you, to your family, and so forth," I would tell the person, "I already let it go."
But what if the person never acknowledges that they did something wrong?
I would have to let go myself. That person, when that person come to me, I already let it
You're
go.
not listening to me.
I hear, but I don't understand. I don't understand what you want me to answer.
No, I'm asking you. What if that person never comes to you and say, "Mr. Jackson, forgive me, for killing your child"? What if that person never says those words? Can you still forgive that person?
I don't understand what you're asking. Let me tell you why.
It's simple.
No, it's not simple.
It is
not
simple.
Mr.
The person
Tonto.
killed your child.
Uh-huh.
The person
Right.
killed your
No,
child.
don't repeat it because I hear
No,
you.
what you're saying, you're not understanding
But
what
the
I'm
person
saying.
never asked for forgiveness. I'm gonna say if I'm holding up
No,
hunger,
no,
hold
no.
on now.
You said if the person asks for forgiveness, then more than likely you'll forgive the person. I'm saying
not more
to
than
you,
likely I will forgive the
But,
person.
but what I'm saying to you is if the person never asks for forgiveness, can you still forgive that person?
When the person asks for forgiveness, yes, I can. Mr. McKenna, see if you understand what I'm saying. No, the person don't ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
Right? Right. You have to ask me for forgiveness.
You
gotta
don't
come.
know.
No,
The
if you
person don't
sin,
have
if
to
you
ask you
sin,
for forgiveness.
if you sin against your brother,
Oh
the
my
Bible said if
God,
you sin
you just
against
don't
your
wanna
brother,
answer the
no,
question.
The Bible said if you sin against your brother, you go. Somebody have to go.
If the person didn't come to you,
I let it go. Yes, I forgive the person. I let it go, but I'm open.
That's not true.
I'm open.
No, you're not gonna let that go.
But why you ask me a question, you're gonna tell me it's not true. I don't understand.
Because I know you. You're
You
not
don't
gonna
know me
you-
then. Because I will forgive the person. I'm not gonna sit and hold a vengeance for the rest of my life. And make
Okay.
that vengeance take me to hell.
Okay, so you're going to court, you have court dates and you have to see this person each and every day, right? And that lawyer is telling you, well, the killer's lawyer, of course, he's going to paint a very beautiful picture of why this person shouldn't spend some time behind bars. And you as a parent there is sitting in there fuming. Your child is dead. You had to bury this child. Your child is let me finish. Your child is no longer on the land, in the land of the living, right? And when it comes to sentencing time, or even during the trial, all you see is a smirk on this person's face. This person has no remorse or whatsoever. You're telling me that you're just going to say, "Oh, I forgive you." Is that what you're saying?
But I'm saying, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in a case like that, if that's going to hold me back and spoil a relationship between me and God, I have to release myself. But if that person just keeps smirking and laughing and whatever, I'll be waiting for that person to have a civilized conversation with me.
But you're going to be waiting for a very long time.
Okay.
Because that
I wanted
person is
to-
not going to have a civilized conversation with you.
Well, then there's no forgiveness because the person didn't ask for forgiveness.
See?
The person didn't
That's where I was getting at. See, now you said it. If
What?
that person didn't ask for forgiveness, then you're not going to forgive the person.
Okay, but all right. So let me say the story.
What
and I
was so
wanted to close.
difficult in
No,
that?
because I still don't agree. I wanted to close with what Dwayne said, but I'm gonna give the story. Right? I know of a lady. Well, I read it, and somebody break into her house, shot her one child, and kill the child. The person get life sentence or sentenced to prison. He wrote the mother a letter. And that lady put that letter down for a while. But eventually she read the letter and the guy asked that the lady come and see him in prison. She
I think I remember that story.
You remember the story?
Yeah.
Okay. She put it aside anyway, but eventually she went there and she sat and talked with that young man. When she went, she was hungry. And after talking to that young man, she forgave him. Her
Yeah,
only son. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm talking the story. Her only son, and she forgave him.
But kudos to
And
her.
then right, and then also she's the only one could release him from prison. She also signed his release.
Like I
Hold on,
said,
hold on. It still gets sweeter. Then the young man have nowhere to go. She took him in as a son.
as I said, kudos to her. Kudos to her.
What if he didn't ask for forgiveness?
Kudos to her.
You wouldn't do that.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, let's
I'm
close.
not doing it.
Let's close on Brother Dwayne.
Right. Take it however you want, but I'm
Let-
not doing it.
Let's close on Brother Dwayne.
Dwayne says, when someone wrongs you, somehow you might feel certain you'll never be able to get over it. Even after your immediate anger passes, you might continue to dwell on the betrayal instead of letting it fade into memory. It's pretty common to feel that way, but not being able to forgive can harm you most. Forgiveness might seem challenging in part because it's often misunderstood. You might believe forgiving someone means forgetting what happened, implying the pain they caused was no big deal, automatically resuming your previous relationship. In reality, forgiveness simply means choosing to let go of your anger, hurt, and desire for vengeance. You might accept that what is now in the past, recognize that people make mistakes, and believe cultivating compassion instead. So, everybody processes situation differently. In the case of that woman, that young man wrote her a letter, and she decided to visit him. She decided to forgive him. She decided to release him and house him. Like I said, I commend her and all of that. My mental state would not be there yet, or even there. And I'm being honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, well, yes, he did wrong. He killed my child. And, I'm supposed to forgive you and move on with life like that. There are so many people that have nervous breakdown based on these type of situation. And you have where the perpetrator show no remorse, while you are the one that's going through this trauma. Then what?
Agree. I wanted to read also what Sister Rosie B said.
Okay, she says there's a big difference between someone who told a lie on you versus your spouse who cheats on you. Forgiveness should be exercised for both, but I'm sure forgiving your spouse is much harder. Oh, definitely it is. It is so much more harder because this is someone that, you see on a day-to-day basis. This is someone that you have an intimate relationship with. This is someone that you have a family with. This is someone that you took vows with, right? So yes, obviously it's going to be much harder forgiving your spouse. And again, in this situation, you may choose to forgive your spouse, or you may choose not to forgive your spouse, depend on the circumstance, right?
Okay.
So, yes.
Welcome, Sister Andrea White. Good to have you with us. Thanks for being a part of us tonight. We appreciate you. We encourage that you share the program one more time before you take your leave. Encourage you to join Brother Danville with the Jamaican Jam American Gospel Show every Thursday and Sunday night. On the 7th, we'll have Sister Danielle Simit Tyndale on the Jam American Gospel Show. We encourage you to support Brother Danville program and support Sister Danielle Simit Tyndale. This is where we take our leave for tonight. My name remains Fitzroy Jackson.
And before I say my name remains Susan Jackson,
Yeah, let's change it.
I might.
So Susan Jackson.
We're going to continue
You're
with
locked
this
in.
topic next week because, as I said, it's quite extensive, and we're going to try to touch on various parts of forgiveness, like how to forgive yourself. And also the benefits of forgiveness.
Right.
There's
And how
so
to
much
let go.
more, so much more to forgiveness that I hope we all learn something from this. Forgiveness is not easy, right? Especially if it's you were wronged by someone very close to you. It's very hard to say, I forgive you and move on. And
We pick up next week.
have a productive. Let me say whatever I have to say in conclusion, please. Yes, but yeah, next week we will pick up and come ready with your questions, your comments. As always, we appreciate you. And yes, my name remains Susan Jackson,
And we are Chat with the Jacksons. We said peace out, and Tonto said peace out too. That's our engineer. We love you and God love you more.
How gruesome. Another child, a baby, rape, domestic violence. The scenes are chaotic. Serial killers ingesting embalming fluid. Barbaric. The country's on a lockdown. The devil is on the loose.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guard us with thy mighty hand. Satan, the blood of Jesus is against you. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica. I come to change up the order. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica, giving glory to the Son and the Father. The army and the force can't deal with it. Government and opposition can't face it. In the command commissioner can't handle it. This is a spiritual war, make me deal with it. We don't need no gun and ammunition, body armor and night vision. Holy Ghost is what we need for the mission. This is a spiritual warfare. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica. I come to change up the order. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica, giving glory to the Son and the Father. Calling the bishop and the pastors, calling the deacon and the elders, church members, prayer warriors. Me no matter which denomination, put up on me knee like a warrior. Calling the great deliverer, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. This is a spiritual warfare. Hide up on the corner like a sniper. Preach the word of God with power. Warning the people like Noah. Satan, you're not gonna win this a warrior. Demons and legions have to run out. Out a bad man, them have to come out. No place to run or to hide out. This is a Holy Ghost shootout. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica. I come to change up the order. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica, giving glory to the Son and the Father. Yeah, though I walk to the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Hallelujah. Me say me want you to know and to understand. Jamaica is one of the best islands. Enough churches and enough Christians. You better stop the segregation. Bad man, you better dash away. Bombing, all you better fling away. Who a black man, nobody go back there. This is a spiritual warfare. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica. I come to change up the order. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica, giving glory to the Son and the Father. The army and the force can't deal with it. Government and opposition can't face it. In the command commissioner can't handle it. This is a spiritual war, make me deal with it. We don't need no gun and ammunition, body armor and night vision. Holy Ghost is what we need for the mission. This is a spiritual warfare. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica. I come to change up the order. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica, giving glory to the Son and the Father. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica. I come to change up the order. I am a Christian police in Jamaica, and I'm in the Lord's army. A Christian police from Jamaica, giving glory to the Son and the Father.